Starting from today, I have 1 year to create $1 million business. Now, I'm going to document it every week until the end of 2026 how I'm going to achieve this. Now, this is an intro. I'm going to upload every week one video and I'm going to show you exactly what kind of business I'm going to do, the strategy that I'm going to follow, how I get the clients, how much money I make every week, and you will be follow all this journey with me watching the videos. So if you want to see how this ends, just subscribe. Alright, so you probably have a ton of questions. Probably you are asking why I'm doing this, why in this way, who I am, what kind of business I'm going to start, and obviously why I'm doing this in English, because it's not even my main language, so I understand all those questions, right? And obviously I'm going to answer all those questions in this video, and I'm going to start with who am I, right? So my name is Leandro, I speak Spanish, and I speak English. I just fall in love with the hustle culture a lot of years ago. And right now I'm working as a video editor, as a freelance video editor. I'm making a decent amount of money, considering what is a decent amount of money in my country. So something that you have to understand is that in Colombia, my country, the minimum wage is something around $500 a month, right? So right now I am making amount probably $1,300, $1,500. There is months that I could probably make $2,000. So that's the thing that you have to keep in mind, right? So that's what you need to know about me. So why I'm doing this in this way? Well, there is some reasons, but primarily it's because I love privacy. You know, I don't know, one of the most precious things in life, it's privacy, it's freedom, and it's just go to the street and knowing that nobody know you, that you are just another normal person walking with them. Now, why I'm doing this in English? The reason why I'm doing this in English is basically because I know my English is not perfect. So, what better opportunity to improve my English and to practice my English speaking in front of a camera. And the second reason is because the business that I'm going to start, it will be focused to clients in the United States, Canada, Australia, people who speak English, you know. The reason obviously is because I want to improve my English, but also you people from America, Canada, Australia, some countries of Europe, you guys have an average wage a lot of bigger than the countries in South America. What that means? That means that I could charge the business in your country a lot of more money than I could charge to the business in my country. Now, you will be probably asking what kind of business are you going to start? And in one moment, I'm going to show you a couple of examples of things that I have been working on, but I'm going to explain you this, right? I have been working almost 3 years as a video editor. So I just decided that I have a great idea. I think it could work. I think I can charge a really decent amount of money for the work that I'm going to do for businesses. And I think that if I play my cards in the right way, I can create $1 million business in 1 year. 52 weeks. So, because I've been working so much time as a video editor, I am not a master in that skill, but I do a good job. And I understand how to edit things and how to do a good job. So, what I'm going to do with this business, it's an agency that create AI commercials, AI ads for companies. You know, if you see the kind of things that people are doing with AI, you can create Hollywood commercials, really, really big quality for a fraction of the price, and it's truly amazing. All right, so I think that for a production that could cost to a company probably $30,000 to do for a commercial with a car, let's take this example. For a production that could cost you 30 grand, I can make the same thing and charge you $500, $1,000, you know? So these are some examples of what I'm going to do. those are some examples of videos that I've made and I'm going to use as a portfolio for companies. So there is a lot of things that you can do with AI, but I'm going to be focusing on car ads and probably some retail things like, I don't know, shoes, sneakers, probably food, with some restaurants and things like that. So that's the business that I'm going to create. It's basically an AI agency. I'm going to create AI commercials with Hollywood quality. I'm going to offer that to businesses. Businesses are going to pay me for do those ads, and we'll see how much money we can make, right? So one important thing that you have to understand is that I have to do this, and at the same thing, I have to continue doing my work. Now, what needs to happen in terms of money to say that I achieve $1 million business? Most of the people have a different thoughts of what means being a millionaire. For some people, it's $500,000 network. For other people, that's not enough. They need $1 million a year in cash flow. And for people like me, I'm going to use this example. When I was a kid, I loved to watch Shark Tank US. And the way that they use to understand how much is the value of the company, it's taking the annual revenue and multiply that number for the amount of years that you are willing to wait to recover your investment. So usually what they say is that it's a good business to invest if the annual revenue can pay the investment in 5 years. So let's say that I have a company that makes $1 million in sales a year. But I have expenses. I have to pay the employees, I have to pay taxes, I have to pay a lot of things. So at the end of the year, the revenue that I have from that $1 million, it's, let's say, 100 grand, all right, $100,000. So in order to value that company, what they say is, all right, if your annual revenue is $100,000 and I want to recover my investment in 5 years, I'm gonna pay you $500,000 for the 100% of your company. What that means, that if I pay you $500 for your entire company and you have $100,000 from revenue every year, in 5 years, I'm going to recover my investment. All right, so what would be a successful $1 million company to me? That would be a company who can make a revenue every year of $200,000. Why is that? Because if the revenue is $200,000 in 5 years, I will have $1 million. That means that an investor could say, all right, I'm going to pay you $1 million for your company because I know that with your current revenue, I'm going to recover my investment in 5 years. Now, there is a lot of companies that when they got an investor, the investor don't do that at 5x, they do that at 7x, 8x, 10x. Some companies, some startups, 20x. We'll see, all right? But I'm going to do that with 5 years of revenue. So I'm talking about $200,000 every year. That means $17,000 every month. Now, obviously, this is apart from my salary because I have to pay a salary. I have to pay a salary if I hire some employees to do that job, because the idea of this is create an agency. It's not do all the work by myself, right? So after paying my salary, the salary of my employees, the cost of the software, the taxes, after all of those costs, the revenue every month have to be $17,000. So basically it's that, right? I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you, 100% honestly with you. I'm gonna show you every week what I'm doing, how I'm getting the clients, what are the kind of works that I'm doing, the results, the amount of money that I'm making. I'm gonna show you all of that, right? And I'm gonna see if at the end of the year I can achieve my goal and I can say that I just passed the challenge successfully. So I'm gonna be very honest with this. This is just a way to track my progress. I am not hoping to get 1 million views, 10 million views. I'm not expecting to get 100,000 views. The only reason because I am doing this, it's because I want to track all my path. Now, probably 1 year it's not enough to create $1 million business. I don't know. We are gonna test it. We are gonna see if it's possible to me. But even if at the end of the next year I have not $1 million business and I have not a company annual revenue of $200,000, I know that I will be in a better position that I am right now. I am 100% sure that I'm gonna be making more money, even if it's not $17,000. I'm 100% sure that I will have a better English, so that's another bonus. And I am 100% sure that I will be much better at speaking in front of a camera and speaking with people. So I think that there is no way that I can fail because even in the worst possible scenario, I will accomplish so many things that I think it is worth it. So that's all that I have to you guys in this video. This is the presentation video, and next week I'm gonna upload the video where I'm going to show you the company, the business, the social media of the business, what are the emails that I am sending to the businesses, the calls, how many clients do I get in the first week, how much money I make, and all that stuff. So this is just for the presentation of the channel, of the challenge, and of the business. And next week, we are going to see how all this thing starts.